Back when I was young, and this would be, let me think, I guess, the spring of 1974, streaking was this crazy fad. There was even a song about it. And because my friends and I were young and stupid, we somehow decided it would be really funny to streak an event at the Catholic high school we attended. It turns out that my friends were somewhat less stupid than me because when the day came, they all backed out. But me, if I say I'm going to do something, then I do it. So, with a ski mask and a pair of tennis shoes, I streaked through this school event, and the result was an uproar. All my friends and the other students thought it was hysterically funny. The nuns were less amused. And after 11 years of parochial schooling, I ended up having the opportunity to finish my education the following year at a public school. And the only reason I bring it up today because my topic is streaking, but a different kind of streaking, and one that I can highly recommend to you. The good news is it doesn't require a ski mask, and you get to keep your clothes on. Hi, I'm Tony Deering of GoCogno.com, the website for people with mild cognitive impairment. If you've been diagnosed with MCI, your doctor has been talking with you about these things you can do to give yourself a better chance of slowing or even stabilizing that decline. There's a whole science around health behavior change, and there are these techniques that are easy and effective, and if you learn how to do them, you can be successful. At the beginning of the year, I did a two-part video series on how to change a health habit. They turned out to be some of my better watched videos, so I thought I would come back every now and then and offer you additional strategies. The tactic I want to talk to you about today is streaking. It's a strategy where you keep track of the number of days in a row that you engage in a healthy habit, and then you keep the streak going. So say your goal is to meditate for 5 minutes in the morning. You have a calendar someplace where you can see it, and when you finish your meditation, you put a big red X on the calendar to show you achieved your goal. The next day, you do it again, and before you know it, you've got a streak going. With health behaviors, that reward is far off in the future. So you want to create some form of immediate gratification that gives you the reinforcement to continue the behavior until it becomes a habit. Tracking that daily success can give you that immediate habit that keeps you going. And there are two ways that you can make it even more effective. The first is, in many cases, don't make it a daily goal. Give yourself a little break in between. So like say you want to start walking in your neighborhood in the morning. And maybe you begin by walking on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. The second thing I want to suggest is the single best advice anyone has ever given me in terms of developing healthy habits. It comes from James Clear, who wrote this book, Atomic Habits, an easy and proven way to build good habits and break bad ones. The best thing I learned from it is the concept he calls avoiding a second slip. Whatever goal you set for yourself, at some point you're going to slip. You're going to miss a day. It happens. But at that point, you haven't failed. You've just missed a day. It doesn't become a failure until you continue to not do it. So James Clear says the whole secret is not to slip a second time. Put all your focus and energy and not missing again. If you didn't walk on Wednesday, forgive yourself for being human, but tell yourself, doggone it, whatever happens, I am going to get out there and walk on Friday. And then you're right back on track again and starting a new streak. And maybe this time you'll be able to extend that streak even longer. And then on that Friday morning, when you're putting your shoes on, if someone asks you, oh, are you going walking? You can tell them, no, I'm going streaking. So how about you? What's your goal? To help you achieve it, I've put together this tip sheet. You watch the video, and then you can use the tip sheet to set a realistic goal and achieve it. If you want this sheet, go to my website, gocogno.com, and then sign up for the free library, where you get the tip sheet and all of my guides, resources, and videos, along with my weekly brain health email. I hope you found this helpful. Thanks for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you again next week. And until then, as always, be kind to your mind.